Yeah, okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hop with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings of the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Taking notice, taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
Switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one foot is set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Quick pass to the outside, caught by Conley. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is... Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard.
During the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
In your face.
Brissett to throw on first. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First down, and it's Hill again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. For these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Ready. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run.
On second down, here's Jackson. And this is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. You got to step it up. Mike's 47. Mike, they go.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check three.
Play fake, Brissett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I got you. Hey, 36 to Mike. Check.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Room to run inside the 40. And able to find Kirk complete. And first catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mack. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That's it, baby.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Brissett. He's going to look deep down the field. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
Jackson operating from the gun. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run here with Mack. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And he connects with Ebron. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. On 1st down, it's Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. He finds his target, Ebron. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They'll run on first down. Mack. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, D.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Check 52. Check. Check 3.
Brissett now. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10. Hey, watch the slant.
They run with Hines. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action with Brissett. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A first down throw for Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Brissett sets to throw it. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
Come on, man. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Darius Leonard in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the ball. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. To throw again on second down. Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Watch 36 to Mike. Watch the screen.
On play action, Brissett. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Brian Poole. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On first down, it's Hines. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
2nd and 5 now. Brissett. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Down in this.
They had to have, as you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Open man here is Gentry. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Tucker with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On 2nd and 15 now. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Ravens. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now Hill. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another 1st down run right there.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably...
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
They've got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. Unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Mike 36. Mike 36. Hey, get in the weight room.
Brissett. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. This is Hines. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hines. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So a chance there goes by the wayside. That one just didn't have enough leg to get there.
Yeah, and it would have given him a lead here in the 4th quarter. And those are the ones that keep you up at night when you don't have enough distance. I wonder if maybe did his foot hit the ground first? Did he not get enough of the ball? He's going to be thinking about that one.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Whip. Watch the whip.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Jackson. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. That'll bring up second down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Going up top. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now Hill. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Dancing to his... And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Jackson flushed out right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Looking deep downfield. Oh, nearly picked. They may be lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. From the gun, here's Brissett. And able to find Kirk complete. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. And the Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 4.
Brissett looks to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Now Brissett. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll try the left side. Hines. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Right back to him on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football.